So, family, hope you are doing well today. Listen, I hope you have had a fantastic week. I have. It's been nice and relaxing. I've gotten a lot done. I have a busy weekend, so I wanted to make sure I recorded this video so that it can be uploaded today, October 17th. I want to talk about something, but before I start talking about that, I want to give you some updates. My website is being updated as we speak. If you've been kind of watching the community page, I did post that my new podcast, the Womb Work Podcast, Healing Women by Healing Wombs, is on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. So you're going to be able to listen to those weekly podcast episodes, all things healing. I have put a focus on women and the things that allow us to break out of the shells of trauma. Okay, so run on over there, listen to the podcast, give me a wonderful rating, leave a comment. So with that, you're going to see probably within the next month or so, I will be updating my website as well. I'm going to be adding in a couple of things. I'm going to add in the womb work community so that I can begin to engage with women on their healing journeys, along with the Disciples Hub. Now, the Disciples Hub is a deconstruction community. Okay, deconstruction from religion or deconstructing from religion. It is going to be a Christ conscious community that I am building. I am located here in the Dallas, Texas area, so I will be having gatherings here and it will be moving. So the gatherings will be mobile because the goal is to connect with those that are deconstructing all over. I don't want to just connect in the place that I am at or in the state that I'm in, but I want to connect with those that are in different states, that are in different countries. We want to have gatherings where we come together and where we're not going to be doing the trauma bonding, you all. That's not what this is for. This is about us moving forward. And so this is why the title of this video is The Black Sheep, because at some point you're going to have to stop rehashing the old and move forward. And so the things that I am doing now are my effort to move forward into the knowledge that I've gained, my relationship with Holy Spirit, how it has been enhanced by my Christ consciousness journey, how I understand that Christ is an office. It is not a surname. You all have heard me say that so very many times. The womb work gatherings and community, healing women by healing wombs. We have so many things to break away from. So you're going to see these things pop up on IamKCBass.com. And little by little, you'll see these things pop up. If I am in an area, if I'm doing a women's conference or a women's gathering, I'm going to start posting those flyers on my website. Now, another thing, you're going to places you're not going to find me. You're not going to find me on TikTok. You're not going to find me on Instagram. You're not going to find me on Facebook. Okay. You will be able to find me on YouTube. You will find my podcast on Spotify and Apple. And I have a Substack profile because, you know, I love engaging with those that are intellectual. I really do. I enjoy that. I remember when I was a lot younger, I used to love to write poetry. I had a whole book of poetry. And so I'm constantly scanning for people that really are in touch with their creative side. And I really do like Substack. So those of you that are creative and really want to engage, I do recommend Substack for you. So those are the places you're going to find me. All right. And so I wanted to go ahead and state that ahead of time. You're also going to see probably within the next month, I am going to have a session offering. It will be a group session, a womb work online gathering where I will be unearthing the new ways of being for those of us that have been on these healing journeys for a while. And even if you're just starting your healing journey as a woman, you want community, you want to be able to get a little bit of guidance on where you're going, how you're showing up. We're showing up different because we've healed. When you heal, you're not the same person. All right. And I said this, I think, on one of my podcast episodes. You're not becoming a better version of yourself. You're returning back to the core of who you were before the version was tainted. Okay, with trauma. Let me say that again louder for the people in the back. You're returning back to the core of yourself. All right, who you were before the trauma hit you. Who you were before you were disappointed. Who you were before you were abandoned, neglected. That individual. The lightness is coming back into your life. So you're going to see that course offering. It is for a group session. About maybe 25 to 35 women will be able to get in on that webinar. You're going to see that pop up as well. So I just kind of wanted to give you some highlights of some things I'm working on. I am about to go on sabbatical. So this is the time that I go on sabbatical every year. So lots of downloads coming in. But let's talk about this black sheep thing. Let's talk about black sheep, because if you clicked on this video, you more than likely fall in that category. I had my announcements at the beginning, but baby, we get ready to cook this right on up for you. Put it on the plate and hand it right to you, okay? The black sheep is actually, if I could use words to describe what being the black sheep really is, the word I would use is honorable. To be chosen to break cycles. Did you hear what I said? To be chosen to break cycles, to be the one that goes against the grain, to be the individual that says, it's gonna stop with me. To be the person in your bloodline that says, I'm not going to keep repeating these cycles. To be an individual that for the first time, you're showing up for yourself. You're choosing you. You're not putting everybody else ahead of you, everybody else's needs ahead of you. You're deciding what you're going to allow. You're deciding to operate in a place of freedom and sovereignty and autonomy. You're deciding to engage with Holy Spirit the way you need to engage. What is most beneficial for you outside of religion, delving into that relationship with the Spirit. Okay, so if you're classified as the black sheep, we hear lots of conversation about the black sheep, and we hear a lot of bad things. Well, let me share with you some wonderful things about being the black sheep. Number one is it's an honor to be the black sheep, because you're the individual that's going to change the course of your entire bloodline. All right. Just by you healing, the bloodline is healing. Your children, your grandchildren, your family members, everybody's going to be affected by your healing. That's what being the black sheep really is. Being the black sheep really means that you have the wherewithal to withstand trouble, tribulations, and triumphs. So you understand what it means to be low. You understand what it means to be in the middle. You understand what it means to be high. You understand what it means to be misunderstood. You understand what it means to be on both ends of the spectrum of your emotions. All right? There's a strength in that. Everybody can't navigate being the black sheep. So there's a strength in you that is within you at the core. It is not something you developed. You came here with it. Okay? And it can't be conquered. If you notice the things that you've been through in your life, most people could not go through it. But you've been able to go through it. And the triumphs that you have, other people haven't had them, but you have had them. Okay? And it doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. It just means that there is something indeed monumental about your existence. When you begin to embrace that, Embrace the fact that this is an honor that I'm going through this. And I know sometimes it's hard to admit that because you've gone through so many hard times. It's like your life has been laced with trouble, one thing right after another. But if you look back, you came through it all. You didn't just stay stuck. You were able to come through it all. Now, where I want you to turn a corner this time is that, yeah, you are the individual in your bloodline that is assisting in this transformation and this ascension and this elevation, but you're doing it because you chose yourself. You're not doing it from a people-pleasing place. You're not doing it from a place of, I need to take care of everybody else, then I get to me when I get to me. No, you're not coming from a place of self-neglect. Did you all hear what I said? Because before, we had this warped view of, I'm chosen for something, but it came from a place of self-neglect. You're not neglecting yourself anymore. You're choosing you first. You're making decisions that are best for you first, and then you're thinking about everybody else. And that is in turn accelerating ascension all around you. It's within you and outside of you. It's internally and externally. It's all because you're the black sheep. All right? You're the individual that doesn't mind being on the outskirts of the majority, because that's where you've been all your life. You're the individual that isn't going to chase down anything. You know that anything that is meant for you will be brought into your experience. You're the individual that is not anxious about what is going to happen next. When you feel yourself getting anxious, you're able to self-regulate. Your nervous system is in a homeostasis and a balance. This is what being the black sheep is all about. We have skills, all right, that we've learned through trial and through triumph that allow us to have this earth experience at a higher level, okay? When we are in the places that we are supposed to be, everything falls into place, okay? Nothing is out of place. There's no struggle. There is no struggle. Everything is just at the right time, everything hits. At the right time. It may seem like you've been waiting for years, but at the right time, everything hits. Divine time always has a way of connecting with divine destiny. It's never late. I want you to let that sit on you, that you are an individual that's never late. And if you're like me, a lot of what I know now, when I turned 50, this transformation took place in me like never before. A new course was set for my life. New ideas was coming forth. New challenges. I've learned a lot in my 50th year, and I'll be 51 2 or 3 weeks. I'm excited about that. Okay. So as I'm actually going into 51 in a better place than I was in when I was going into 50. 50 was transformational for me. It was my year of jubilee. It was transformational. So now I'm ready to move into something new. But I'm not going in from a place of rehashing the trauma. Okay, from talking about the story over and over and over again. You know, when you rehash stuff over and over, you actually keep it alive. It's time to move forward. Okay, and to embrace the black sheepness, if that can be a word. It's time just to move forward. Circling over the same mountain over and over is not going to get you past it. There is now solutions for moving forward. What are your goals for moving forward? As an individual that has supernatural knowledge, you have the spiritual downloads to do what it is you need to do to show up the way you need to show up. And you're doing it by putting you first. Is that selfish? No, it's self-preservation. It's not selfish at all. It's self-preservation. You are preserving yourself by putting yourself first. Now, this is going to work with some of you that are really linked to, you're still tied to religion. because religion will teach you to put everybody else first and to neglect yourself, to take care of everybody else. We've all been taught that lesson, but we've learned a better way. You cannot take care of anybody else when you're not taking care of yourself. You can't. You can't teach anybody else when you haven't taught yourself. You have to be the student and the teacher at all times. You have to learn and you have to teach at all times. You have to know when to sit and take notes and know when it's time for you to stand up at the podium or get on the mic. Okay, that's what being the black sheep is all about. To be empowered, so that nothing you've gone through has been wasted. Nothing you've gone through, no challenge that you have had, everything can be used. Everything you've gone through can be used, so you use it. You use it and you show up. This is the time for you and I to show up. Show up in our biggest way. And you don't even have to be 50 to do that. Okay? Doesn't matter what age you are. It's time to show up in the biggest way. All right? That's what being the black sheep is all about. The black sheep stands out. All right? So even if you look different than everybody else, it's okay. It's all right. Look in the mirror. I do it every morning. And I tell myself how beautiful I am. Nobody has to tell me that. They do, but they don't have to. Okay? All right? I've already told I've already validated myself. And that's another thing for the black sheep. You don't look for people to validate you. You don't look for people to stay in your life to make you feel important. You don't look for people to give you the pat on the back. You're already patting yourself on the back. You're showing up in your own life. You release things very easily. You don't run after things that's running away from you. Did you all hear what I said? You sit with the things that you need to sit with. You heal from the things you need to heal from, and you come out better. It's like the rise of the phoenix. That's where we are as black sheep. Okay? I wanted to drop that nugget today, and then I wanted to try out this podcast equipment. It's a little plain back here right now, but baby, and just give me time. Give me time. Okay, I got something working. All right. Guess what? I love you. I want you to love yourself more than me. And I'll see you on the next download. Toodles.